Alright, so first high elf game up against some Warriors of Chaos. It's 2,000 points, just play Battle Line. These are the spells I rolled up. So I got Flesh to Stone, Throne of Vines, Regrowth, and the Dwellers Below. So probably the best 4 spells you can get from Lord of Life. So I got pretty lucky from the get-go. Alright, just quickly looking at deployment. So going from my opponent's side first. In the top right corner there, I've scouted 2 units of Shadow Warriors. That's the closest I could get when we're remaining 12 inches away. So they're up in the top corner there. He has the Warriors have a level 2 Shadow Wizard on a horse, running around solo. He probably really should be attached to that Knight unit. I'm not entirely sure why he's not bunkered in that unit of Knights. He's got a Gobi's Chariot marked Corn. He's got 5 Nurgle Knights. In the centre there is a unit of 10 Forsaken, so always awesome to see the Forsaken on the table. They're marked as Slanesh. They're marked as Slanesh. So they're going to have movement 6 Swift Stride, which is pretty cool. All these units have got full command, by the way. On the left hand side of this picture there, he's got a massive brick of warriors. I think it's 24. In there is a level 2 Metal Wizard. So that kind of scared me against my high elves. I've got some fairly high armor stuff. And he's also got a Chaos Lord in there. The Chaos Lord, can't remember exactly what he has for equipment, but basically he has a 1+ armor save, and he's built basically just to dick punch people in combat. Really, really tough character. I can't remember exactly what his build was. I know he has the Iron Curse icon, so against all my bolt throwers he's having a 5 ward save, which wasn't at all helpful. And just on the extreme left flank, or his right, my left, he's got a unit of 3 Skull Crushers. Again, full command. Probably should be dropping champions out of these units, they're not really necessary. Deployment. On this side I have a unit of 5 Illyrian Reavers, an Eagle that decided to be a douchebag and snap off its flying stand, so that's always awesome. In the trees there, I've got basically all 4 of my bolt throwers on the hill in the trees. In the centre, I've got my big brick of, it's actually 16 Silver Helms. In the front rank left, there's just a regular noble who has a dragon armour, a shield, a lance, and a barded steed. On the front right corner, there's the BSB who has dragon armour, the enchanted shield, barded steed, and a lance, and the Dawnstone. He's got a 1+ rerollable. And in the second rank in the centre, there's my level 4 on a barded steed with the Book of Hoeth. Next to that unit is a horde of 30 White Lions. They have Standard Musician and the Gleaming Pennant. Going for the Gleaming Pennant just because normally this unit is outside of BSB range, but obviously it's not going to matter much in this game. And just for finishing off my right flank is another Eagle. I win the roll to go first, and we look like this. I throw the white lines up as far as I can. I think I'm quite happy to take that charge from the Knights and the Forsaken if they come in too. He's going to do a ton of damage, but I'm going to do a lot more damage back, and then I can just try and regrow the damage that he does. Is my thinking here. And also I've got a magic phase, so I can try and get up Flesh to Stone on this unit. So yeah, I just basically gave him that problem to solve. The Eagle jumps behind the building there. He's going to try and gum up the Knights and the Gobi's Chariot later on in the game. In the centre here, my Silver Helms are pushed forward. Basically, I don't want to get too close to his big brick of warriors. I've got range on him with my shooting and my magic. So basically, I've got within 24 inches, and I'm going to see if I can get a Dwellers off. Because 6 dice and Dwellers is how you win games of fantasy, apparently. So after the Illyrian Reavers vanguarded, they pushed through that gap there and did fast cap shenanigans. We were just treating that Temple of Skulls as just a hill. This game, we just wanted to basically avoid any kind of complications. We were drinking beer, having a good time, so getting complicated rules out wasn't really what we wanted to do at this point. And the Eagle's just hanging back. There's nothing really that's threatening the Eagle. He's got no shooting. He's not really going to cast any magic at it, so I'm just hanging back. Going to let those Skull Crushers push forward, and then I can, redirect them with the Eagle later. And over on this side, the Shadow Warriors have just moved up to get as close as they can. So in the magic phase, I go ahead and get off a Throne of Vines. My opponent lets it go. And I go ahead and manage to get a Flesh to Stone on this unit. So I think I cast it with like 4 dice. And then my opponent goes to dispel it. But he's only got level 2. As opposed to my level 4. And he can't stop it. So White Lions are now toughness 7. So now I'm really not scared of anything coming in. He can charge whatever he wants in. The White Lions will just chop them to bits. In the shooting phase, I go ahead and put up some bolt throws on the Forsaken and kill 4 of them. But they're immune psychology, so they're not going anywhere. And I go ahead and fire some bolt throws at this unit, only to find out that this unit has the blasted standard. So my bolt throws go to strength 2, and it does nothing. Okay, Warriors of Chaos turn 1. So he goes ahead and he charges in with the Forsaken, and the Knights, and the Gore Beast, and the Gore Beast fails. Not that it really would have made much of a difference. I'm toughness 7, so his impact hits aren't really going to scare me. Normally it would, but Flesh to Stone is really giving me confidence in this combat. And his Shadow Wizard kind of does this move around the building. I think he's getting away from bolt throwers. He does have Occams on the Shadow Wizard, so that could change the way this combat goes. And over on this side, so luckily for me, the Skull Crushers fail the March test. I wasn't too sure if they actually had to take one or not, them being immune psychology and all. Yeah, if anyone can clear that out for me, that'd be awesome. I wasn't sure whether they basically ignored the March test restrictions or not. I didn't know. But what surprised me most was these big brick of warriors just stayed put. He said afterwards his thinking was he's just gonna basically play the come at me bro game. He's got all these points in that unit. I've got to go and basically kill that unit to win the game. So yeah, I actually thought it was a mistake. I think if he throws this unit down my throat as fast as he can, I really can't deal with it. Sure, I can charge it with the Silver Helms, but I mean, unless I do a lot of damage on the turn I charge, he's gonna have 5 up armor save or 5 up parry save, and he's got his Chaos Lord in the front. And he's just gonna beat the crap out of me. Yeah, he really should be throwing this unit like right down my throat, and he's not. So that's kind of a mistake there. Okay, so in the magic phase, the level 2 Metal Wizard goes ahead and throws a Transmutation of Lead off onto the White Lions. I just let this go. I'm not going to be getting a save anyway off any of the guys in combat, and me being -1 weapon skill isn't going to change anything either. I'm still going to hit the Forsaken on 4s and hit the Knights on 5s. So I just let that go, and then I dispelled, I think it was a Searing Doom into my Silver Helms. So yeah, so I just saved my dice for the inevitable Searing Doom that was coming. So after combat looks like this, predictably, I didn't actually do as many wounds as I thought. I put like 18 attacks on the Knights and killed 3 of them. And then I put like 12 attacks into the Forsaken and only killed 2 or 3 of them. I lost 1 White Lion in return. Both units break, needing double 1s, and I failed to run them both down. The Knights roll a 9, the Forsaken roll a 5 or a 6, and I flee basically 1 inch less than I needed to. And both units get away, which is disappointing. Okay, so High Elves turn 2. Now this is so frustrating. So I wanted to charge the White Lions into the Gore Beast Chariot, but I couldn't swing past the Forsaken that were in front of me. So I charged them first to make them flee and push them out of the way. I then failed my redirect test on Leadership 9 with a reroll and have to run after the Forsaken and fail to run them down. It's frustrating. So frustrating. Leadership 9 with a reroll. Yeah, can't make it. Luckily, I've got my Eagle nearby, so I can redirect that Gore Beast Chariot so I don't take that to the rear. But man, that was just disappointing. So, no more charges. I go ahead and I push my Silver Helms up like this. Again, I'm just getting into into Dweller's range, playing this little Dance of Death. I don't have to get close to him. I'm movement 9. The charge range on Silver Helms is absolutely enormous, so he can play this game all he wants. I'll play it with him. Over on this side, the Silver Helms kind of just shuffle around. I'm getting ready to redirect the block of warriors, should they decide to move up eventually. And the Eagle has jumped over the Skull Crushers, ready to redirect them later on in the game as well. Over on this side, the Shadow Warriors just push up. There's not really much for them to do in this game. There's no soft targets, there's no wizard bunker, there's no artillery for them to go after. So this is basically just a matter of, run around and see what happens. In the shooting phase, Bolt Thrower single shots a Skull Crusher off the board. I roll a hit, a wound, do D3 wounds, roll a 6. So it kills the Skull Crusher outright, which is awesome. And another Bolt Thrower over here puts 3 wounds onto the Gobi's Chariot. Again, this is awesome. And as you can see, the Eagle went to redirect, and in the Warrior's Curse turn 2, the Gobi's Chariot takes that charge. Because I can't remember if it failed its frenzy test, or if he just went for the charge anyway. But basically, he's took this charge. You're going to kill the Eagle. But most importantly, is it's saving a rear charge into my white lines. I forgot to mention the High Elf turn 2 magic phase. I basically went for a Dwellers on 4 dice or 5 dice, and I didn't meet the casting value. So, no more charges. The Knights rally and the Forsaken rally. And the Skull Crushers go ahead and march up way up like this. So he's going to go ahead and try and charge the Bolt Throwers on the hill. And the position's such, so if he makes that charge, he can, hit one, kill it, over into the next one, and then basically just take out all 4 in quick. Level 2 comes around the building again. Again, I'm not quite sure what his plan is for this wizard. Considering that he has Occams, he should really be more central, but hey. In the magic phase, he goes for a pendulum through the Silverhelm unit. He finds it such that it hits my wizard and my regular noble. The noble passes his look out sir, the wizard fails but passes his leadership test, and the cannonball kills 1 Silverhelm. In combat phase, predictably, the Gobi's Chariot picks up the Eagle and has to overrun because it's frenzied, and it ends up there. It overruns like 4 or 5 inches, so it really wasn't that much of a big deal. Okay, High Elf turn 3. Go ahead and charge the White Lions into the Forsaken. They can't flee because of me psychology, so I'm gonna beat the crap out of them guys. Shadow Warriors just move forward. I'm not getting too close. I've still got range with my bows. Just making sure that everything I want to fire at is within half range. Silverhelms kind of do this crazy maneuver, so I push forward and wheel right round. Having 18 inches of movement is just ridiculously quick on heavy cav. Oh man, it is really, really, really nice. And you can see the Alien Reavers there have just got themselves in front of the warrior block there to redirect them. What my plan is here is if he takes that charge into the Reavers, I will hold, and he either overruns and he takes Silverhelms into the flank or the rear, or he beats them and holds, and then he takes Silverhelms to the face and White Lions to the flank. Is basically my plan here. So not giving him a whole lot of decent options. If you notice the die in front of the level 2 there, that's just to notify that he's down to leadership 6 because he's using the Skull of Catan, so he's lost 2 points of leadership thus far. And over on this side, predictably the Eagle flies in front of the Skull Crushers to redirect them. And in the magic phase, oh man, I felt so rotten. So I go ahead, I throw like 5 dice at Dwellers Below, cast it, not irresistibly. He has no Dispel Scroll, fails to dispel it, kill Chaos Lord, and like 11 out of the 24 Chaos Warriors. Ah man, I felt really rotten after this. If you notice the dice on a level 2. In my magic phase, when he used his School of Catan, he rolled 3 ones and lost 3 points of leadership. So he's very close to dying now. But they passed leadership 8 with no reroll because there's no BSB in this list. But yeah, that scary Chaos Lord is gone, which I felt very appreciative about. In the shooting phase, between the Bolt Throwers and the Shadow Warriors, I kill those 2 remaining knights and put a wound on the Gobi's Chariot. So the Gobi's Chariot's down to 2 wounds. And in the combat phase, so of course the White Lions being initiative 5 as opposed to the Forsaken initiative 4, beat the crap out of them before they get to attack back, and overrun 11 inches. I wanted to just overrun slightly so I could get into a better position to flank his warrior block, but yeah, the White Lions just decide that they've had enough and they're running off. Cheers, guys. Okay, Warriors gets turn 3. So in a last-ditch attempt to save his warrior block, he flies his horsewood up as fast as he can. Gobi's Chariot has turned inwards as well. And in the magic phase, he goes to cast Occam's Mind Razor onto that block. He basically, we were talking about it a little bit, and I was just saying, just 6 dice. If you miscast, it doesn't matter. Let your wizard die. If you got Occam's on that warrior block, there is no way I'm going anywhere near it, because you will beat the crap out of me. You will absolutely beat the crap out of me. So he threw all his dice at Occam's, but he's only level 2, so he couldn't make the casting value. So plans of mice and men and all that. And I did have other charges in this turn. The Skull Crushers killed the eagle, and of course beat the crap out of it and overran. Again, didn't overrun very far, but it does mean that I can get a couple of bolt thrower shots into the flank, which is going to be nice. And the warrior block did indeed kill the Alien Reavers I held, and he chose to reform, which is probably the smart plan at this point. Okay, so high off turn 4, I go ahead and I just decided, you know what, I've had enough of this little dance of death we're doing. I'm just going to throw the Silver Helms in, and someone's going to win the fight, and someone's going to break, and this is probably going to balance on the game here. No more charges. The White Lions swift reform just to face. Managed to pass leadership 8 with no reroll, so that was appreciated. The Shadow Warriors march up as fast as they can. I'm going to try and maybe ping another wound on the Gobi's Chariot or go for the Wizard. But the Wizard has a 1+ armor save, so not really going to do much there. In the magic phase, I go ahead and I get Flesh to Stone off irresistibly, and then the Throne of Vine stops it. Now, if my opponent had been a bit wiser on the ways to play against Lure of Life, he could have prevented this. Well, not prevented it, but he could have made it a lot more devastating than it was. Maybe I'll do a video on that another time. So in the shooting phase, bolt throwers go ahead and ping 2 bolts into the Skull Crushers. First one hits, rolls a 1 to wound. Second one hits, rolls a 1 to wound. And on this side, the bolt thrower, first one misses, second one hits, rolls a 1 to wound. So bolt throwers have had enough this game. They've decided that they're going to start firing the rubber bolts. And the Shadow Warriors don't do anything either. I think they both go for the Gobi's Chariot, but between toughness 6 and a 3+ armor save, I just can't get any through. So in the combat phase, and this is also the end of the game, I charge in. I'm toughness 7. I've got a bunch of strength 6 attacks. Going for basically, he has to issue a challenge with his champion. So I accept it with my champion. They just tickle each other, don't exchange any wounds at all. Then my nobles go. Between them, they kill like 4 with their 6 attacks. Then with my Silver Helms, I kill like 5 or 6 more. He doesn't do any wounds back to me. Between me being toughness 7 and a 2+ armor save, he does like 1 wound and I save it. He's on Snake Eyes, he breaks, and I run him down. And then at this point, my opponent just continues the game. He knows that basically that's all his points gone. Skull Crushers aren't going to do anything next turn because they've got to take a turn to reform. Gobi's Chariot isn't going to do anything because it's a bit too far away. So yeah, a massive win for the High Elves. Um, I don't really know what to say. I think the Warriors list could have been a lot better. It could have definitely been played a lot better. I said to my opponent afterwards, he should have just pushed his Warrior block forward as fast as he could. Um, when you're playing against a list like mine, where I've got dwellers below to cast at you, and I've got 4 bolt throwers to fire at you, it's never a good idea to sit back. It really lets me, control the game. Um, so yeah, he kind of agreed that yeah he should have gone forward. Um, he was saying his plan was kind of just to maybe spam with magic, but with 2 level 2s that's never really going to work. I know he's got the Skull of Catan. Um, so yeah, it was just a game where I had every tool that I needed at the time. I had my Eagles to come up with powerful combat units. I had my shooting to whittle down his units as well, and I had the speed to outmaneuver his big block, and it just didn't go well for the Warriors. So hope you enjoyed the first high off battle report, guys. As you can see, I've got some of the silver helms painted there. Just need to get the riders done, get them on. Trying to get these painted up for a campaign that we're going to do, like an escalation campaign, which is going to be fun. So you'll see the army get painted up gradually over time. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the battle report, guys. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you want to see more battle reports like this. And that's everything. Peace out.